Yeah, just giving up, bro, says William Don McCabe. Well, you're not giving up, are you, mate? You've still got a profile. You're still on here on the live. That's not giving up, lad. It might seem like you're giving up because you're down. Everything seems like you're giving up when you're down, lad. That's what the battle's about. If you're not here to shout, it's not how you're going down, it's how you're getting back up. That's where it counts, lad. So go down. You know, go as low as you can. But have the mindset to know that you're going to come back out of it. The deeper you go, the more time you'll have in the shallows. If that makes sense. You call it mental health, lad. They all seem when people end up in dark places, they all want to jump on, oh, it's depressing and it's this and it's that. When in reality, it's a process you've got. It's a process, and if you handle that process right, you'll be in a different place. Everything you've ever wanted. But we all get the process, like, I'm not going to start going on to it because I feel like I'm on repeat when I'm speaking about it. It's your process, mate. You're going to wake up tomorrow. It's all about you. If you want to think, you're going to think. If you don't want to think, you won't think. It's entirely up to you. But it's a process. You're going to get them. Everyone gets them. You're not special here, mate. You're not the odd one out. Everyone's dealing with what you're dealing with. Only people are handling it different. You're letting it be heavy. You're letting it weigh you down. You're overthinking. You're ruminating. You're awfulizing. Do you understand? That's low vibration thinking. Think of it like this, lad. You're on a unit, are you? You're getting fed, are you? You got electric, water, roof over your head, getting money in your pocket. Trust me, lad, you're blessed. You're blessed, mate. Honest to God, lad, you're just not realising what you've got is valuable. I don't know whether you're locked on the unit or it's a unit where you're residing, like you're monitored in the community. But either way, lad, regardless, you're a blessed individual. Fucking blessed, mate. All of us are blessed. All of us show gratitude for it, and some of us don't. Know what I mean? But we're all blessed. Look at me. The fact you can look at me and listen to me means you can bless, lad. Do you know how many people there is in this country that can't see out of these? And would give everything they could to be able to see out of them? You're seeing out of them, mate, and you're destroying them. Imagine you lost your eyes. Imagine how much you'd want them back. Understand, mate, you're gifted, lad. Trust me. We've all got the power, mate. We've all got that power in us. We've all got power in us, mate. Every single human being possesses power. Energy. It's what we are. We're powerful beings, us, mate. We just don't know it. And because you don't know it, you don't believe it. I know it, and I believe that I'm powerful. And when you're believing you're a powerful entity, everything starts stepping up to that powerful place. The way you're approaching people, the way you're assessing problems, the way you're thinking about your presence. Do you understand? You start avoiding thinking about the past, and you start avoiding thinking about the future. Why? Because you're in a powerful moment right now. You've got to show gratitude for what you've got. Ignore on materialistic mindsets. Just ignore them. You can't compete with them. You can't compete with them. You know, they're too far gone. If you're living a life of materialism and egotism, mate, you're just finished. Honest. You think I'm sat here lonely? I choose to be. You're materialistic and egotistic. You will be lonely when you get older. Your own kids won't even want to spend time with you, mate. Trust me on that. Darren latest, bro. Stay blessed. Yes, lucky lad. Didn't even know you were there, mate. But thanks for being in here, lad. Have a boss Friday night, lad. Yes, Leah Bennett. Got Arch Day in HMP. Well, get yourself the out, lad, and stay free. And then you won't have to sneak there and be paranoid on your phone while you're watching me. You know, you'll be able to just float around and chill out, and when you want to have a little look at your phone, you can, without worrying about dirty screws kicking your door in and making you not have visits anymore. Just stop going to prison, lad. You're being a dickhead. You know, if it's your first time, lad, if it's your first time in prison, okay. You know, you get a little bye. But if you keep on going back, lad, you're just a knob. And that's the bottom line of it, lad. You're just a helmet, mate. What are you going back for? Why aren't you learning? I was the same as you, lad. I weren't learning. 4 months remand, acquitted. 6 months remand, acquitted. 4 months, 6 months, 12 months, 8 months, acquitted. Thought it was Teflon for John till I got me 18. I'll never be convicted. I'll never get prison off this state. I never went to jail for the thing I made money from. Do you understand what I'm saying? I went to jail for violence. It weren't really financial gain. If you get nicked for selling drugs, you're afters. Basically. Anyway, people, it's been a good life. Constructive, motivational. Very provocative. Or what is it? Provocative? No, it's not provocative, it's provoke. But what's the other word? Provocable? No. See you in a bit, sunshine, lad. Yes, privates. Keep up the good work. It's like work, lad. People don't look at what I'm doing as work, mate. They just look at me being some fella there that's moaning about everything. But as I say, lad, when a warrior sees an unbalance, he likes to fucking shout about it, especially when it's women and children involved. A warrior's not that kid in the boxing ring with a belt. He may be a warrior spiritually, but without the spirit within him, he's not a warrior, mate. Real warriors know what I'm speaking about, lad. I'm not saying I'm a warrior, by the way. I'm saying I behave like one. The decision's not me, is it? I don't self-align myself to being a warrior. Other people tell you you're the warrior, and it's all observed through your conduct and how you be with people. Are you more for the good in the world or the bad? Are you there for what's right in the world or for what's wrong? And that's what it's. That's basically it. That's the two channels you think about religion, heaven and hell. All the dynamics that we seem to be listening about. You've got two sides to pick here, mate. And you better pick wisely, because when it comes to the crunch, there'll be no traitors. There'll be no people returning back to the old sides. Do you understand? And that is good and bad. You're either a good soul or you're a bad soul. Regardless what you've been through, when you didn't know what they were doing. Regardless when you were lost. That can be redeemed, that can be pulled back, you can be forgiven. But you've got to choose what side of the fence you're on here. You're either on the good side or the bad side. And just because you've done bad acts doesn't mean you're not a good soul. Do you understand what I'm saying? You might have broke that lad's jaw 3 years ago, but you would never lay your hands on a woman, and you would never lay your hands on a child. And in my book, you're a good soul. That makes sense. Good and bad, pick where you belong, mates, and start acting accordingly. You want to be on the good side, treat people good. Simple as that, right? You want to be on the bad side, continue to treat people bad. And that's how simple and basic it is, you know. You're either good to people or you're bad to people. If you're on the good side with people, your life's very rewarding. If you're on the bad side with people, your life's just full. And that's it. The bad life, your drug dealing, your jail, your crime, your short-term relationships, your financial insecurity, everything is in the bad, people, isn't it? Everything's on that side. What you get on the good side? Everything you want. Everything you want that you make, everything that you think will make your life better is there. The only difference with the bad side of life and the good side of life, the bad side of life happens very fast. The good side of life takes a bit of time. What do I mean by that? If you go to the good life, that means you can't sell drugs. That means you've got to get a proper way of being employed and making money for you and your family. So that means it takes a lot more time, a lot more effort, a lot more dedication, a lot more motivation to achieve it. But it doesn't take as long as you'd like to think. 6 months, 7 months, you've got a job, you're being paid every month. When you've gone through that process, which is long but short, if you understand what I'm saying, when you get to the end of that with that achievement and that long process, you as an individual become stronger. As a man, as a character, as a personality, you become stronger. If you go there and pick that phone up that's been ringing for 5 years already and get given that phone, and you're getting given a wage to look after that phone, and you're running around with that phone doing madness, yeah, you're getting decent wages, but it's not steady. You know, it only takes a parcel to go and you're not getting wages for the next 10 weeks. Why? Because you're paying the parcel off. Do you understand what I mean? Look at the risks that's with it. You could have a boss bird while you're doing this madness. You know, and she's buzzing. You're free. You're spoiling her. You're seeing to her every night in bed. It's flying. 2 years down the line, you've had a little rub, but you haven't been nicked, you haven't been in prison, you're still flying. Now you've got a kid to this bird. Now the baby's in the picture. Now you've got plans. Now you want to get a house and you want to set up shop and you want to settle down with this bird and the kid and and you're working towards it. And you've got your drug money coming in. You're starting to use your drug money more, accountability towards it. You know, you're saving more of it instead of wasting more of it. You're putting it in places where it needs to be. And in your mind, you think you're living a legit life. Everything's been fantastic. And then your kid's 6 months, your door comes off in hinges and you're gone for a 10. Now what? You took away from your kid. Your bird's off because she can't wait for a 10. If she's saying she's waiting, she's still being seen to. Why? Because that's a woman for you. She's got her needs. It's like a man. Not all women. Don't get in a twist. But that's why the proper women will the man off before they do anything. Your little pieces of will slam behind your back and then say she hasn't done it to you the same night. A proper woman would cut you off in that sentence if she weren't willing to stand next to you. And that's the difference with a proper woman and a little scumbag. A proper woman will either stay on, faithful, loyal for the full period of the prison term, or she'll tell you straight, listen love, I love bones here, but there's no way I can wait for you for 4 years. I can't do it. And they'll tell you straight. A little scut. I'm waiting for you. I haven't been near no one. She's telling you that for 3 years. You get out, half of your estate's been through it, and your best mate hasn't told you. Why? Because he was one of them. Way it works, like, you need to get with the programme, people, honest to God, especially you kids, thinking you want to be bad, thinking you want to be on the bad side of life. Look at the bad side of life, look at it. You've got eyes, you've got ears, listen to the stories, and look at the people that's telling them. Did they look like they've had a good life? Did they look like they've been free from prison all their lives? No, every one of them off that life. Every one of them. So choose a life, not a knife, people. Especially you youthful kids out there. You're powerful, mate. You've got pure brains on you. You're more intelligent than us when we were your age. This is what happens with you. Every generation's got a different articulate mindset when you're growing up. Do you understand? These are all powerful. Every single one of you are powerful. You just need to understand how powerful you are. Trust me, man. Yes, Liam, Ollie, Darren, best advice for dealing with a breakup? Accept it. Accept it. What's done is done. Don't hold on thinking it can be repaired, because you're just mentally torturing yourself. It's like anything traumatic in your life. The only reason it gets more heavy, the only reason it gets more difficult to deal with, is because you're not accepting it. You're not accepting it. And you see this with loads of people who end up turning to drugs and turning to substances to deal with it because they've not accepted it. Whether that's a breakdown of a relationship, whether that's the death of your mother, the death of your brother, or any sort of fatality in your family, if you don't accept that for what it is and move past it, you end up, not them, depending on what the situation is. If you're talking about a breakup in a relationship, if the other half of this relationship has definitely gone out of it, why are you trying to remain in it? And that's the first thing you want to do. Alright, you've broke up with this bird. Is it a regular thing? Do you break up all the time? You know, you're a pair of pissheads. You're all arguing all the time. You broke up again and again and again. Well, if that's the case, lad, do us a favour, just don't bring that to my table. You know you're in a relationship if you're breaking up every other month, don't you? You don't need my advice, do you, lad? But if you're not, you know, and you're one of these kids that fell in love with a rotter, and the rotters took the complete piss out of you and looking to bail, you know, you're a soft cunt, learn from it and get away from it. It's as simple as that. It might sound brutal to you, mate, but if it's a bird, you know, where you've both had a steady, decent relationship, and you've up, or she messed up, it's all about owning the situation as a man. Okay, you're a man. This bird's saying she's had enough of you. Okay, handle it like a man, not a boy. What's that mean? Okay, don't start getting on your knees begging this bird to take you back like a sausage. Accept she wants to leave, accept it's over, and accept now you're free, you can go and bang what you like. Get out there, stop being a hermit. Out you go. Friday night. But don't go on a rebound emotional thing. You know, clarify, I'm going out tonight to get a slapper and slap her everywhere. No love, no emotional attachment there. You know, don't start going on a rebound and going head over heels in love with some little fatty from Scotty Road or something. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because she'll rinse the pockets off you and your shoes and your coat. She'll rob your nan's earrings and works, lad. So don't go on a rebound, okay?